there are indeed two options put before me, Ocarin, and I've already seen one of them, so let's see how this other one pans out, shall we? Hey there guys, my name is Nix and welcome back to Steins Gate. Last time, I'm just skipping over the options because we've already read most of this, but yeah, last time, we saw Suzua's ending. And oh boy, it got dark, didn't it? Anyway, this time, I've been recommended, as much as I hate to admit this, to go for Ferris's ending next. Cause I don't know, I guess you all just want to hear this voice some more. I think... Good at remembering dates, aren't you? Well, sure. When do we throw a party for Suzua? Yep, this is fine. All I have to do is actually send the email this time. Because last time I didn't. And I've also noticed something which I will point out when it appears on the screen, but this is the only choice I have. 97 hours, and I just need to send it. As far as I'm aware, this icon is new. I assume this is where, like, the timeline branches. Well, at least now I've got an ending, they've put in an icon for it. Well, here goes nothing. Also, if you follow me on Twitter, you know that I already kind of know what happens down this line. It's just, from, like, I know a lot happens, like, an hour from now. Yeah. I, recorded this once already and then realized I had the game audio muted, so go me! So here I am doing it again. Anyway, the discharge begins immediately. I place my thumb on the send button. Are you sure? Mayuri's voice is choked with tears. My memories of Suzu-san will disappear! Is that really okay? Memories flash through my head. Being with you guys, even if just for a little while, it was great. I'm going to finish what you started, Dad. I promise. Well, see you in 35 years. Although I guess it'll only be a few hours for you guys. Change the future. Please. Suzua, I've made my choice. I won't ask for your forgiveness. Ultimately, I'm doing this to save Mayuri. But at the same time, the words you spoke in that rooftop are still strong in my heart. You entrusted to me your hope of the future. If I am to honor that wish and fulfill mine, then the time we spent together can never have happened. And with that, the divergence goes up in the world. Chapter 7, Maiden Complex. The world shatters into geometric shapes that expand and contract like rubber toys. Light gathers between my eyes. Stars explode behind my eyelids. Gradually, color returns to the world. I wait for the vertigo to pass. Cold sweat oozes from my temples. Pressing my fists against them, I slowly force the air out of my lungs. Has the world line changed? I head to the lounge in order to check the divergence meter. It's gone. I checked the meter a few minutes ago, just before the world line changed. Now it's nowhere to be found. I quickly realize what has happened. Suzua gave me the meter after we stopped her from leaving. My D-mail undid those events. Of course the meter isn't here. A surge of regret seizes my heart. I clench my teeth and endure it best I can. If nobody else remembers, then I alone will keep the memories of Suzua alive. I look around the room. Mayuri and Kurisa are on the sofa, dozing on each other's shoulders. Daru, oblivious of the vulnerable high school girls behind him, is playing an eroge on his computer. I take a deep breath and turn on the TV. I flip to a news channel. The world line should have changed. I erased the time we spent with Suzuha. That should have allowed her to leap to 1975 without losing her memories, and the IBM 5100 should be in our hands now. We can use it to hack into CERN and erase the data they intercepted from us. Without that information, Moeka's men won't attack the lab, and Mayuri won't have to die. That's how it should be. That's how it has to be. Otherwise, why did I sacrifice Suzuha's dream? The quickest way to confirm the change would be to check for any delays at Akihabara Station. Daru, is the Yamanote line stopped? Huh? I don't think so. Check online. Wait, I'm at the best part! Please. Daru sighs and calls up train information. Doesn't look stopped. Thanks. The world line has changed, which means that our IBM 5100 should be in the development room. I head back there to search for it, but contrary to my expectations, I can't find it anywhere. What's going on? I look at my watch. It's 7:43 PM. Moeka's men attack at... what time again? My heart is pounding like a drum. That D-mail was supposed to fix everything. The trains are moving as scheduled, which means that Moeka's men aren't about to attack. So why does it feel like nothing's fixed at all? The IBM 5100's absence is extremely disturbing. I want to sit down and think about where it could have gone, but a voice in my head is screaming that there is no time. I need to calm down. It's hard to think straight after everything that's happened. I check my watch again. 7:46 PM. Images from the assault flash through my mind. Mayuri bleeding to death on the floor. The smell of gunpowder in the air. I frantically shake the visions out of my head. I look toward the lab entrance. The door is yet to be kicked in by a team of hitmen. I swallow hard, petrified with terror. Please, don't let anything happen. It's past 9. I peek at the street through the window. Nobody's there. Are you waiting for someone? You keep looking out of the window. Dara's right. I've probably looked out of the window 20 times in the past hour. Not a suspicious figure in sight. Moeka's men still haven't appeared. The raid was before 8, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that my chances? I think it's safe to say that my changes to the past have prevented it from occurring. Suzuha's sacrifice was not in vain. I let out a deep breath. I'm sweaty and disgusting. It's like my anxiety has pushed all the sweat out of my body. Mayuri. Kurisu. The two girls woke from their nap about half an hour ago. Now they're eating cup noodles. Wait. Did you just say my name correctly? Kurisu looks at me in astonishment, like she can't believe her ears. When you're done eating, go home. It's late, so I'll go with you. Okie dokie! I don't need an escort from you. I can get back by myself. Just listen. Daru, you too. Huh? Me too? The train running through Akihabara are operating normally. There's no bomb scare and no sign of Moeka or her men. Kurisu's taking the Sobu line to the next station, Ochinomizu, while Dara's going the opposite way to Shinkoiwa. Mayuri and I taking the Yamanote line. Fuck. What? I got Yamanote right and fucked up the pronunciation of the word line. How do I screw this up? Then again, in Japanese that's pronounced line, so what do I know? Mayuri and I are taking the Yamanote line to Ikebukuro, so we parted the station's ticket gate. There are surprisingly few passengers on the train, and I guess most of the salarymen are off for the Oben holiday. Mayuri's playing a handheld game, the Rainet Kakaru action RPG. On the screen, her character is battling a gigantic Oopa. I stand beside her and gaze at her profile, lost in thought. It's the night of the 13th, and Mayuri's still alive. How many times have I watched her die? How many times have I tasted that despair? No matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't save this ditzy childhood friend of mine from death. She died again and again right before my eyes. But now, she's alive. Standing beside me, playing a game. This is why I sacrificed our memories with Suzuha. It was the only way. I'm sorry, Suzuha. And thank you. Suzuha no longer exists in this time, but I hope my feelings will reach her all the same. Actually, come to think of it, why can't I tell her in person? Where in Akaba could the 54-year-old Suzuha be? I'll try asking Tenyoji tomorrow. He probably knows Suzuha on this world line too. I wonder if Suzuha remembers me. Hey, Okarin! Mayuri suddenly lifts her head. She looks at me hesitantly. Her cheeks are slightly pink. What? Come on, Okarin! I usually gets nervous when you stare at her like that. Did I make you get a game over? Yeah. Sorry about that. I apologize, but keep looking at her. Instead of starting a new game, Mayuri looks at me with concern. There's something different about you today, Okarin. Really? Yeah. What's wrong? I remind myself that Mayuri is more perceptive than she seems. She proved that when she figured out that Daru was Suzuha's father. I don't want to worry her too much. I want Mayuri to smile her usual ditzy smile without a care in the world. After all, it's over now. She's safe. It's nothing. And I wasn't looking at you just now. I was devising a new way to bring chaos to the world. You know, even though I'm re-recording this, it feels good to Tsunabio laugh again. I don't know why, it just does. Really? You seem kind of tired. A mad scientist is never tired. The mighty grey cells of my 170 IQ brain are always performing calculations, day and night. Oh. But you should still take a break every now and then. Please, Okarin. For me. Having said that, Mayuri returns to her game. I feel cold stares all around me, but I don't care at all. Mayuri is here with me, doing everyday Mayuri things. Ordinary things. Everything is going back to normal. Yesterday was my first time home in a while, so I slept like a log in my comfortable bed. It could be because of my mental exhaustion, but that was the best night's sleep in a while. Before heading up to the lab, I stop and stare at the Brawn Tube workshop. The familiar mountain bike is gone. Suzuha liked it so much she insisted on bringing it with her to 1975. The workshop door opens and out comes Mr. Brawn, rubbing his eyes sleepily. Okabe, you got free time. How about a job? There's a special offer. I'll hire you for 1 CRT a month. 1 CRT a month? So for 1 month's work I get an old television? Hell no. When did Suzuha quit again? Suzuha? Who the hell's that? What? Was her existence erased completely? That's not possible. I ain't got time to remember the name of some lazy part-timer who quit after just 10 days. Wow, she was only here 10 days? Christ. Damn you and your misleading words. So Suzuha did work here. That fact, the evidence of Suzuha's sojourn in 2010, still remains on this world line. I don't know what the fuck a sojourn is, but I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but hey ho, we carry on. And I thought I finally had some help for a change. That's what I hate about you damn kids. No dedication. I bet she lied about liking CRTs too. Got me good. Tenyoji shrugs his shoulders, annoyed. Naturally, he doesn't know about Suzuha's true identity. Does the name Hashida Suzu ring a bell? At this, Tenyoji's eyes go wide. Haven't heard that name in a long time. You knew her? Huh? Knew her? So, now she's... It's been 10 years already, huh? 10 years? 10 years since what? No. I don't want to know the answer. Tenyoji has a faraway look in his eyes, as if he's gazing into the past. She really helped me out. Why are you talking about her in the past tense? She didn't have any relatives, not that I knew of. I wish I could have been with her at the end. At the end? There's only one thing that can mean. Even though the world line changed, Suzuha didn't survive to the year 2010. To tell you the truth, though, she looked peaceful when I found her. Peaceful? She didn't commit suicide? Suicide? Who the hell told you that? Suzu-san was sick. Don't believe any old thing you hear. She was sick. Sickness killed her? I shouldn't feel good about that. But I guess you could say it's better than what happened before the world line changed. That's what I tell myself anyway. So, how do you know Suzu-san? She helped me out too, a long time ago. I was hoping to see her again. Yeah? I'm living in her old house now. Wanna come and pay your respects at the altar? I nod without a moment's hesitation. Tenyoji closes up shop and we head off towards his house. From Chuodori, we head toward the station. I scan the Akiba scenery as we walk. My way stores are still nowhere to be found on this world line. God damn it, Ferris, what the fuck did you do? And after a little hesitation, I look up at Radicon. It's gone. The satellite has vanished. Didn't? I feel like... I thought it was on this timeline that... both Daru and Mayuri sent me some texts telling me that the satellite had vanished, but apparently not. All that's left is the hole it made when it arrived in this timeline. When did the satellite disappear? About 5 days ago? You never know what's gonna happen, huh? Which means Suzuha left before it rained. Like Tenyoji said, his house is closer than expected. We take the train to the next station, Okachimachi. I think I nailed it. Okachimachi, and then we walk for about 5 minutes to a quiet residential area. The old one-story house is where Suzuha once lived. I walk up to the front of the house, and there I see a familiar sight. Suzuha's bicycle. For a moment, I can see her there, squatting beside the bicycle. Where the mountain bike Suzuha rode to the Bronto workshop was shiny and new. Now it's old and covered in rust. Suzu-san loved that old thing. Even when she couldn't ride it anymore, she'd still polish it every week. It's been sitting there for 10 years. Couldn't throw it away. I maintained it best I could, but I guess nothing lasts forever. I gently put my hand on the seat. It's warm from sitting out in the sun. I suppose that for the few days Suzuha was in Akiba, the bicycle existed in two places at the same time. The house isn't as messy inside as I expected, considering the state of the Brontube workshop. I guess that chipmunk keeps the place clean. A wave of nausea hits me as I recall what Nai did at Ochinomizu Station. But I tell myself that was just an accident. Besides, that incident has already been undone. Tenyoji Nai has done nothing wrong. Next to the living room is a child's room. There's a child's study desk and a red backpack on the floor. Nai isn't here. Which reminds me, Tenyoji's daughter visits the workshop often, but not once have I seen his wife. He couldn't have married Suzuha, could he? I mean, she should have been a lot older than him when they met. But as they say, love knows no bounds. I wonder what really happened. I don't know how I'd feel if those two were married. That would make Daru Tenyoji's father-in-law. Yeah, actually, that would be kind of interesting. I turn to the Buddhist altar and pay my respects to Suzuha. There's no picture of her, so there's no way to know what Hashida Suzu looked like at the age of 44. I make an offering of incense to her, then look around the house again. This is the house Suzuha lived in after leaping to 1975. When Suzu-san and I first met, we were neighbors. For some reason, Tenyoji offers me a beer. When I decline, he shakes his head and starts drinking it himself. I was born and raised in Europe, you know. Huh. Is that a joke? Got a problem? Have you know my English and French are perfect. English and French? Huh. That's an interesting choice. He really doesn't look like someone who lived abroad. Yeah, as I said, I wish everyone in Europe was this jacked. But we aren't. And I don't even know if I'm technically still European at this point when this video goes out. I don't know. Brexit's fucking weird. I try to avoid it as best I can and pretend that it won't make a huge deal on my life. I guess you can't just judge a book by its cover. My parents died about 15 years ago. That's when I came back to Japan. Or I guess I should say I came to Japan for the first time. Suzu-san was living alone next door. She looked after me when I had nowhere else to turn. Do I? Tips list? Is this where I can look at... Do I have, like, profiles on these people? Nope, but it can tell me what a tsundere is, and that's all what I need to know. I was like going to ask, like, how old is Tenyoji? Like, he said he lived abroad until he came back and lived with his parents, but then they died like 15 years ago, so I don't actually know how old this man is. I would put him at like early 40s at the latest, but I don't know. The bald really puts me off. Alright, now it's my chance. If I'm gonna ask, it's now or never. And you got married? Huh? Married? To Suzu-san. You high? Whew. I knew she'd never marry a guy like him. He was a pretty stoic lady. Didn't have much of a social life. But she treated me well. My house burned down about 1 year after I moved here. It was my smoking that caused the fire, so I deserved it, but still. I've also learned that from last time, I started this one with water. Because, yeah, I've no idea how I managed to do this voice for an extended period of time when I recorded Virtue's Last Reward. Because, my god, it leaves me in agony now. After I'd lost everything, she let me come live here with her. That's not all. The Oyama building where the workshop's at, that was originally Suzu-san's property. Huh? She sold it to me for cheap. It's thanks to her the Bran Tube workshop exists. You could say she saved my life. Once I asked her why she treated me so well. It wasn't like we were related or anything. But she just smiled and said, "We all depend on someone's kindness at some point in our lives. When the time comes, You pass the gift along. She was kind of mysterious. She seemed to know exactly how things were gonna happen, like a prophet. Suzuha. That was probably her way of repaying Tenyoji for looking after her, even if it was just for 10 days. And so it came full circle. It's a small world, huh? Never thought I'd meet someone else who knew her. Oh, right. Wait here a sec. Tenyoji goes into the child's room next door, then returns and places an object on the table. Ah! It's Suzuha's divergence meter! Before the world line changed, it was in the lab. But on this world line, Suzuha brought the meter with her to 1975. It's been in this house for 35 years. The tube reads 0.409431%. Divergence has changed, just like Suzuha said. This proves that my magic eye, reading Steiner, does indeed allow me to perceive changes in the world line. But what does 0.409431% mean? I recall what Suzuha said.
When the meter reaches over 1%, you have made it to the beta world line.
Does that mean I'm still in the alpha world line? You know what the numbers mean? 'Cause I sure don't. All I know is it hasn't changed a bit in these 10 years. But you know, when Suzu-san was on her deathbed, she used to stare at that meter for hours. Huh? She used to stare at that meter, talking to herself. Is this the old number? The new number? Did it work? Did it change? Stuff like that, day in and day out. It hurt to watch. I touched the device. Suzuha. In my heart, I reach out to the girl who died 10 years ago. To the girl who will be born 7 years from now. To the girl who crossed time to save the future. Suzuha. Thanks to you, Mayuri is safe. Divergence has changed. But we've yet reached your ultimate goal. 1% divergence. Once that is achieved, the future you dreamed of will become a reality. I will carry on your fight, Suzuha. I promise. I realize that I'm crying. Tenyoji stares at me for a moment, then puts his giant hand on my shoulder. God, it's really hard to go from doing Tenyoji's voice to Mayuri's. Jesus Christ. Mayuri comes out of the ticket gate and walks up to me with an unhurried stride.
I didn't think you'd come all the way to the station to pick me up. Mayushi's surprised.
I wouldn't want my hostage to get away.
Yeah, me neither. So Mayushi's real happy.
I don't quite understand, but whatever. Mayuri flashes a carefree smile, then walks ahead of me, almost skipping.
So what's in the bag?
Mr. Braun gave it to me. It's the device that can measure the divergence of world lines.
Wow, that sounds amazing! What's a world line?
I smile wryly. Mayuri, you really are a dummy. What am I doing? After I left Tenyoji's house, I called Mayuri to ask when she would arrive in Akiba. Then I went to the station to pick her up. Anxiety still smolders in my heart. We managed to survive yesterday. That doesn't guarantee our safety forever. It's entirely possible for Moeka to attack now on the afternoon of the 14th. Maybe I'm being overprotective, but I still can't shake the image of Mayuri's death from my mind. To be fair, I don't know anyone who could. Okay, I take that back. Maybe Moeka, but she's a cold-hearted bitch anyway, so I don't ever want to go through that again. Just a thought, Mayuri. But don't you think maybe you should stop coming to Akiba for a while? At least until Komimar ends? No response. I looked at the side. Mayuri! Panicked, I scanned the area and catch sight of her wandering towards a newly opened shaved ice stand. That ditz. Can't she tell how worried I am?
So you're the devoted type, huh?
Cursa was glaring at me with an iced coffee in her hand. We're in the lab, which appears to have become her second home. What's that supposed to mean? I'm sitting at the computer, searching for intel on the IBM 5100. I still don't know where it is. I went to Yanabayashi Shrine this morning, but alas, it wasn't there. But what about my precious, precious individual Lukako? I don't know what gender she is on this world line, so we'll go with the neutral pronouns for now. Hopefully I can find out without molesting her this time, though. Suzuha promised to get us one somehow. Her gift to us from 1975. Without it, we can't hack into CERN's database, meaning we can't achieve divergence over 1%.
All of a sudden, you're treating Mayuri like a princess. Today you went to the station to meet her. You taste tested her lunch. And then you held her hand all the way back to the lab. Akari really loves Mayushi.
Did she have to tell Kurisu of all people? Mayuri looks so carefree as she stuffs her cheeks with takoyaki. I'm pretty sure she's smiling not because of my love, but because of the takoyaki's deliciousness. Typical Mayuri. But seriously, did you have to tell Kurisu?
So, what's the deal?
I don't follow.
Are you a couple or what? I've been meaning to ask.
Do we look like a couple? Just what sort of delusions does this girl have?
You know, Akari and Mayushi have been friends since we were little.
I say, I never know how to do this. I'm assuming she's eating, but I don't have anything to chew on. Other than my fist. That'll do, I guess. Don't talk with your mouth full.
So, you're not a couple.
Oh,
well, of course. No one would willingly date Okabe after all.
You disappoint me, Christina.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You finally revealed your true nature. I saw how your eyes lit up at the first hint of romance. You're nothing but a filthy mainstream girl. I bet you like to eat chocolate with your girlfriends and giggle about the latest celebrity love affair. Absurd. This lab has no need for the puppies and flowers in your head. I don't even know what that means. It feels strange to be spewing this Chunibyo nonsense again after what I've been through. Ugh. Is my innocence lost forever?
What the hell are you on about, you self-proclaimed mad scientist Chunibyo nutcase?
It's been a long time since I argued with Kurisu like this, too. The thought brings back a sudden pang of loneliness. After failing to save Mayuri, I sought help from this genius girl. Even though her words were at times harsh, she supported and encouraged me to the end. But now all that has vanished, along with the time we spent with Suzuha. Thank you for your help, Kurisu. I silently give her my sincere gratitude. This isn't me searching things, this is just Okabe smacking his head in the keyboard and hoping something will come of it. I finished typing on the X68000's keyboard and sigh, and then turned to the divergence meter sitting on the shelf. The display reads 0.409431%. What does that mean?
Universe is like this piece of yarn. Countless possible world lines exist side by side, branching out to infinity. When the meter reaches over 1%, you've made it to the beta world line. If you escape the alpha attractor field and reach the beta world line, then the result will change. Reach 1% divergence, and you'll save Sheena Mayuri.
Then, does that mean I haven't saved her? Divergence is still less than 1%. Is the world still converging on Mayuri's death? It can't be. It can't be! I mean, nothing happened yesterday. Mayuri's here, safe and sound. So nothing will happen to her. It won't. I want to believe that, but the doubt within my heart is growing, thick and black. I can hardly think about anything else now. No matter how hard I stare at it, the number of the divergence meter doesn't change. So far, reading Steiner is only activated after we sent past-changing D-mails. What about when I time leap? The vertigo I feel when I time leap might be caused by reading Steiner. Or maybe it's just a side effect of the memory transfer. It's impossible to know. In any case, I prepare for the worst. I've already set the time leap machine's timer to send my memories 3 hours into the past. And with Dara's help, I found a remote for the 42-inch CRT downstairs. Our previous phone wave, named subject to changes experiments, made a hole in the floor. Instead of fixing the hole, I made it bigger. The 42-inch CRT sits right under the hole, so if I point the remote at the hole and press the power button, the TV turns on. Now, should things go wrong, I can time leap at a moment's notice. I also have future gadget number 4, Moad Snake, on hand, just in case of emergency.
Okabe.
Kurisu enters the development room.
Didn't you say we weren't going to experiment with the time leap machine?
This is just in case.
In case what?
I don't want to answer that. I keep praying that my fears will not be realized. It's okay. Everything will be okay. They didn't attack yesterday, so they won't attack today. At the very least, we've changed Mayuri's fate. But still, I can't help but pray. Please let Mayuri be safe. Please don't let anything happen. My prayers go unanswered. The door slams open. 5 men burst into the lab. I recognize them. The Rounders. They aim their guns at us. I freeze. Despair seizes my heart. My worst fears have come true. It's happening exactly the same as before. Only this time, Suzuha isn't here to save us. Hands in the air! Nobody move! Even the dark-skinned man's words are the same. Eventually, the unpleasant clack of heels echoes down the hallway.
Moeka-san! We're taking the time machine.
I suppress my terror and grab Mayuri's arm. Don't move! The crew cut man says something he hasn't before.
Makise Kurisu, Okabe Rintaro, Hashida Hitaru. 3 of you will come with us. You cannot resist. Come with us. You have nowhere to run. We have men stationed throughout Akihabara.
What do I do? Should I use my concealed Moad Snake right now? Use it and then time leap? But Mayuri hasn't been killed yet. There's a chance she might not be killed on this world line. Hey, you! The crew cut man points his gun at me. My heartbeat jumps. Cold sweat breaks out all over my body. I said hands in the air! I've only raised my left. What are you hiding? I have to use it. Ugh. I swallow my fear and activate Moad Snake. White smoke instantly fills the room, rendering it impossible to see. The Rounders won't be able to aim through this. I have to time leap while it lasts. I grab Mayuri's hand and fumble through the smoke toward the development room. Shoot them! I hear the sound of guns firing wildly behind me. Suddenly, Mayuri's arm gets heavy. Oh, that's not a pleasant sound. That is definitely the sound of, like, I hate to describe it like this, but that's definitely the sound of wet meat hitting the floor. That's literally the only way I can describe it, and I'm sorry for that. I trip forward and land on my face. Maya! Our hands were separated in the fall. I grope around and soon find her slender hand. Mayuri's feeble whisper reaches my ears. Was she hit? The rounder's blind shot hit Mayuri? Mayuri's voice quickly fades away. Strength drains from her fingers. Mayuri! Come on! Get up! But Mayuri doesn't answer. I'm sorry, Mayuri. Once again, I failed to save you. I thought I succeeded, but I was wrong. I hear my teeth grinding in my head. Stop! Stop! Don't shoot me! I hear Kursu and Daru screaming at the as the gunfire continues. A sharp pain flares at the top of my head. I press down with my hand. It comes away soaked with blood. That's a fucking real close call. One of the shots fucking skimmed his head. I could have died. Yeah, those noises. It hurts, it hurts, it hurts. It feels like someone took a saw to my skull. My ears are ringing. I stumble. I can't stand up straight. I need to get to the time leap machine. I squeeze Mayuri's limp hand one last time, then crawl to the development room, fumble for the headgear and turn it on. I point the remote into the hole and press the power button. The TV downstairs turns on, and I can hear people laughing on the screen. Target A! Target C! Secure! Radio copy! Run! Shit. I clench my fists in frustration. The time leap machine is already activated. The discharge phenomenon is starting. The floor begins to shake. And once again, I leap to the past. The world line collapses, then reforms. The world line doesn't, the world does though. Once again, I feel the odd numbness behind my eyes. The pain at the top of my head is gone. I wipe the sweat off my brow and look around. I can't see Moad Snake's vapor anymore. The air is clear. Kurisu is reading a Western book like usual. Mayuri is playing a handheld game while eating a banana. Daru isn't here. I recall he said he was going out somewhere. Maya! I quickly swallow my words. Okay! You had a banana too! When I wave my hand no, Mayuri tilts her head quizzically, then goes back to her game. I sink into the sofa and close my eyes. Somehow I resist the urge to scream in frustration. I have to think. I erased our memories with Suzuha. I changed the world line, but it wasn't enough. The divergence meter still reads 0.4. How do I get above 1%? Wait, if I try and solve the problem alone, it'll just end the same way. I need to consult Kurisu. Kurisu, come with me for a sec. I lead her out of the lab. We sit on the bench. I'm putting R's in front of everything that don't belong. We sit on the bench in front of the building. Suzuha's bicycle is still absent.
What is it? You don't normally say my name.
Kurisu frowns at her own words.
That came out weird.
Please, help me.
Now this is a shock. I never thought I'd hear those words from you. You have a fever?
Oh, hello, Mayuri.
Ocarine, where are you going? A date with Christian? I'm jealous.
Kawaii faces. Our relationship is purely professional. She's my assistant and nothing more. Jealous? You want to go on a date with me? Look, this is just what I sent last time. Sure, why the hell not? I'll go on a date with Mayuri. I'll go on a date with whoever at this point. I need to treasure our time together, damn it. No jokes. I seriously need your help.
You time leaps, didn't you?
I nod. How much do you know?
How much do I know about what?
How about Suzuha being John Taita? Kurisu gives me a blank stare.
It never even occurred to me.
When we prevented Suzuha from leaving on August 9th, she ended up staying until August 13th. But that outcome was changed by my last email. What happened during those 4 days on this world line? Have you finished the time leap machine?
What are you talking about? I finished it yesterday after pulling an all-nighter, remember? When did you leap from?
8 p.m. tonight. It looks like I'll have to explain everything all over again. Oh good, I got a reply from Mayuri.
I want to go on a date. Would you rather go to Senpo or Kitchen Gyro?
Man, I don't get her saying that, do I? God damn it. I told her about Mayuri's many deaths, and about what happened with Suzuha and Moeka. I also give a summary of what Suzuha told me about the structure of the universe. Kurisu does not appear to doubt my story.
So basically, you win if you get the IBM 5100 back.
Kurisu sums up what I told her.
This is just a guess. But maybe you should look at it what Amame-san said from the opposite angle. I think the critical change takes place when you get the IBM 5100 and erase the data in CERN's database. That instant is most likely when you'll achieve divergence over 1%.
The problem is when the IBM 5100 is now.
You've already found one once. That is, if your memories are real.
Piss. No, fuck! That's the wrong button! Why is both left bumper and right bumper fast forward? Hold on. My, it's, top one, backlog. Yeah, here we are. Thank God. That is if you've already, that is if your memories are real.
If you can get back to the world line where you first obtained it, then isn't it bound to return to you?
I see. You're right. The IBM 5100 was at the lab, then it suddenly disappeared.
You threw a fit about that earlier. I remember thinking, oh god, Okabe's finally lost his ability to distinguish fantasy from reality.
You're such a wannabe American. What do you mean, oh god? I get it. Christian is a Christian. Kurisu looks at me in disdain as soon as those words leave my mouth.
That's terrible.
I regret it too. This is no time for puns. So, Christina, let me see if I understand what you're saying. The changes we've made to the world line, namely all the D-mails we've sent, must be reversed. That will return us to the world line where I find the IBM 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine. From what I've experienced so far, I'm confident that the IBM 5100's disappearance from the lab wasn't due to theft. After all, I was sleeping in the lab. Whenever I wasn't around, other lab men was present. The lab was occupied every hour of the day. It would have been impossible for someone to steal the heavy computer without anyone noticing. It makes more sense to assume that a D-mail caused us to diverge from the world line where I found the IBM 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine.
It's still a hypothesis. I only came to that conclusion based on your explanation. If you're mistaking your facts, deceiving me, or shooting off delusions, then this hypothesis will fail.
This assistant of mine has no confidence in me at all.
You can't just blindly follow this hypothesis either. You may have a safety net, but if you get careless and leave yourself without a way out, then you'll never get another chance to save Mayuri.
I know that. I'd ask for Suzuha's opinion too if she were here, but on this world line she travelled in 1975 on the night of August 9th. There's no way I can speak to her now. Have you heard of a seance?
Why did the IBM 5100 disappear? Which of the D-mails caused its Moeka?
I was going to say, which of its D-mails caused its Moeka? I'm one step ahead. I'm like, it disappeared after Moeka sent hers. Because, this game keeps giving me reasons to just say, fuck Moeka, don't it?
Figure that out, and you're well on your way to finding a solution.
What I don't understand is how we delayed the timing of Mayuri's death exactly 24 hours.
True, that is interesting. Maybe it's related to the change in divergence. It could be the butterfly effect. If that's the case, any trivial change could produce a significantly different, deviant result. Anyway, it's important to act with discretion. Don't do anything careless. Your death, Okabe, is the worst thing that could possibly happen. You're probably the only person who can remember previous world lines. If you die, then consider Mayuri dead for good. Don't die. Okay?
You're not worried about me, are you?
What? Don't be ridiculous! Why should I care? I'm not worried about you, okay? Don't get the wrong idea! I just don't want to lose any valuable test subjects. That's it! Yeah! That brain of yours has accumulated memory spanning world lines and time leaps. It's a precious sample that can rewrite history of neuroscience. I want to map your brain and find out just what's going on in there. In other words, you time leaping helps me too. After all, the time leap machine is it's the fruit of my research, so to speak, and I...
Calm down. She's fucking adorable, isn't she? I'm sorry. Oh, I don't normally like tsunderes. Why is Kurisu so fucking special? Kurisu turns away with a sour expression. This assistant of mine can be difficult sometimes. Anyway, I consider her hypothesis. In order to return to the world line where I found the IBM 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine, we need to cancel all the D-mails we've sent so far. The theory is sound, and I've got nothing else to go on. For a moment, I thought I could smell burning and got my... It doesn't help that my lights are flickering as well. Like, more than usual. Where the fuck are the ghosts coming to possess me? Come at me, ghost! I ain't afraid! In fact, I'd quite like someone else to take over for a day or two. I need some rest. I checked the clock. It's 6:42 p.m. Only 1 hour until Moeka's raid. I decided to time leap once more to the afternoon of the 13th, just before the time leap machine is completed. Christina, I'm going to get this plan of yours a shot.
Oh, great.
I take Kurisu's hand and grasp it firmly. You've been a great help. I'm sorry for the trouble.
Don't apologize, dummy. It's confusing.
Oh, she's so precious! Why? I think Kurisu just shot up to second place in the best girl rankings. Yes, I'm still putting Lukako at the top. Don't at me at that.
Besides, I don't even remember helping you before. How are you going to take responsibility for this?
Why is she getting mad at me? I don't understand her.
I wish I could remember too. And I'd always have something to rub your nose in.
You really have an awful personality.
You don't want to talk.
With that, I leap 28 hours into the past. Okay, we got 3 D-mails to get rid of. Because I think those 3 are the only people that changed the past. Time leap complete. Eyeballs, needles back in my eyeballs. I'm standing in the lab as usual. My brain feels like it's been pinched. I endure the pain as I check my watch. It's 1:47 p.m. Kurisu's almost done with the time leap machine, and Mayuri's almost done with Lukako's costume. They should both be done in about 10 minutes. I leave the lab and sit on the bench in front of the Bran Tube workshop. Let's go over the plan. Cancel all the D-mails that have changed the past so far. Of course, that includes the D-mails sent by people other than me. Specifically, I'm concerned with the D-mails that triggered reading Steiner. We sent several of them as experiments. For example, Operation Erd Stage 2, the Lotto 6 experiment, involved one such D-mail. But the real problem is what other people sent. Mayuri and Kurisu haven't sent any D-mails. Dara sent his past self a strategy to win the Ferris Cup, but reading Steiner didn't activate, so divergence must not have changed. That leaves 3 D-mails to deal with. Those sent by Moeka, Lukako, and Ferris. The most problematic one is the one Ferris sent, which is also the most recent. I have no idea what it said, so I don't know how to cancel it. Ferris's D-mail caused a dramatic change to Akiba. All of the Moe stores disappeared. That's my only hint. I'm the only one who remembers how things were before the change, so I won't get an answer from Ferris even if I ask her directly. But still, I have to at least try. I should get in touch with her. Here we are, Ferris. The ringtone echoes in my ears. It's not connecting. Damn it. I stab the end button and open my mailbox. Alright, I'm having a stroke apparently, as well as smelling the burning. Maybe the two are linked. I'll write Ferris a mail. Please respond. It's Okabe. It's urgent. Contact me. There's no time. Just give it to us straight. I send it. Afterwards, I sit and stare at the screen, waiting. I've already tried sending 3 mails and calling 4 or 5 times, but 30 minutes have passed without a single response. Unable to hide my frustration, I storm off towards Ferris's apartment. I arrive at the tall apartment building soaked in sweat. I've been running an awful lot lately. It's made me realize how out of shape I am. I wish I could work out more. This complex is an automatic lock, so I have to call from the lobby intercom. I enter the number for Ferris's apartment, and the man's calm voice soon replies. May I ask who's calling? Judging by the voice, it's not Ferris's dad, but her butler. My name's Okabe. I'd like to speak with Rumaho-san. I regret to inform you that the young mistress is currently out. Then where is she now? I'm afraid I cannot answer that. You may be someone with whom she does not wish to interact. I've been here before, remember? Of course, sir. However, I still cannot disclose the location of the young mistress. Please contact her directly. He's obviously trying to end the conversation, so I panic and get the last word in. Please, wait! I've been trying to get in touch with Ferris, but she's not returning my calls or emails. And please try again some other time. Ugh. Frustrated by this new turn of events, my anger threatens to boil over. Damn inflexible geezer! I leave the lobby. May Queen plus Nyan squared doesn't exist on this world line. Ferris isn't responding to my calls or emails either. Where could she be? Underneath the incandescent heart of the sun, I suddenly get an idea. Daru. If anyone knows where Ferris is, it'll be that stalker of hers. Yeah? Okarin? Huh? It's awfully noisy on the other end of the phone. But I don't care about that. Daru, do you happen to know where Ferris is right now? Ferris? Whatever the fuck she calls herself. Ferris-tan? I need to talk to her right now! Right now? That's not gonna happen. Just tell me where she is! You keep tabs on her at all times, don't you? I know where she is, sure. Where? Where is she? In the UPX assembly hall. UPX? I look up. I'm standing right in front of UPX. Why the assembly hall? Today's the finals of the Rhinet ABGC. Rhinet ABGC? Short for Rhinet Access Battlers Grand Championship. Duh. It's the finals, man! Ferris is participating. Ferris-tan was the winner of this year's Winter GC, so she's the defending champion. Just so you know. She's in the finals? I'm here too, spectating. The match has already started, man. So that's why. I'm heading there now. What floor? Do you have a ticket? No, but I'll manage. I don't know, man. Security's pretty tight. Someone posted threats on that channel. Pretty sure you're not getting in. Could you come out in front of UPX? Could you lend me your ticket? No way. It'll end at 4, so can you wait until then? Hey! Daru! Daru! Gah. That inflexible bastard! Why is no one flexible? Looks like I don't have a choice. All I can do is wait like Daru suggested. At 4 PM, tons of people spew out of the building. And I'm gonna save this video here. Save. Here we go, Chapter 7, Mating Complex. Fucking hell, I thought it ended at Chapter 6 and it just deviated based on what the options you took. Nah, well, sort of. That's me being indecisive. But, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of Steins Gate. If you liked the video in any capacity, please give the video a like down below. Leave a comment on whatever you feel like at this point. I feel like I have to stay on this chapter in order to get the Ferris ending. And I'm slightly concerned that it's not going to be like I hoped for. And it's not going to be like Tunabio bullshit. I wonder if she's actually going to start with the Tunabio bullshit as well. It's hard to tell. Anyway, other than that, if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post videos, be they of this, either Somnium Files or Pokemon Shield, consider subscribing to the channel. In theory, YouTube sends you alerts as to when I post videos, but I think you have to press the bell icon to do that these days as well, so failing that, pressing the button made me feel good, so thanks in advance, I guess. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I've been Nyx, and I will see you guys next time. Laters!